Just before we went live, Jen said, I killed a boar. Reed killed a boar and a god at the same time, so step up your game. Um,
Stupid
Technically,
Titans.
Cray did a boar and a titan at the same time.
Wow, that sounds really
Reed,
bad.
step
Yeah,
up your
that's-
game.
That's what Cray would do.
At the same time. Rrrr.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Hi.
Roll for Bowl, a D&D actual play live stream. I am your GM, Ben Competence. We are doing the Greek mythology-inspired campaign, Odyssey of the Dragonlords. In fact, here are the Dragonlords. Say hi, Dragonlords.
Hi.
Hello, Dragonlords.
Hello. I'm
You.
a Dragonlord, I guess.
It's not
Yeah.
the introduction yet, Jen. Hold on.
Our heroes, for 95 episodes, our heroes have been trying to find ways to save the continent of Thylia and prevent the end of days, because pretty soon the wrath of the Titans would be upon them. Pretty soon the Titans would come and destroy everything. We encountered a little bit of a difficulty, though. The Titans are dead. Gone. As of the very end of last episode, the enemies that the heroes have been railing and planning against for almost 2 years now have been defeated. And that does mean that the finale begins, that we enter the end of days very, very soon. Now, what we've known for a while now is that the only reason the end of days didn't happen before was that there was an oath of peace, a contract between the gods and the elder titans that was holding everything together. Contracts tend to become null and void when you've severed the heads of half the parties. And so the contract ends now. And tonight will very likely be the first session in the entire campaign that does not operate under the rules of the oath, which is a little bit of a concern for our heroes, because it has become very clear to them over the course of this campaign that great secrets have been hidden and great truths have been covered in lies about the oath of peace. And very soon, those lies will be revealed. And nothing will ever be the same. If you are playing Odyssey of the Dragonlords, if you plan to play Odyssey of the Dragonlords, while we love your company and love your commentary, it is strongly advised that you consider whether you wish to watch this episode. The truth that lay ahead truly changes everything. And you may not want the story spoiled yourself. Kyra, the goddess of music, and River's Song, a certain Time Lord, have the very similar belief on that. That being said, I want to introduce the 4 mortals that will save all of Thylia. And I'm going to roll a 1d4 for each of them. Also, GamerBot did in fact give each of you has a bardic inspiration that you can redeem a 1d6 on one roll tonight, each of you. This is GamerBot's parting gift, as they have chosen to take my warning and withdraw from the audience for the rest of the campaign. I will dearly miss them, but they're in the story somewhere else, and I wanted to respect that for them. We shall give them a thank you. Tammy, I will ask you to introduce yourself first. When you do, introduce yourself, your character, and we ask a question every time. The question this time is, what was your character's favorite day of this campaign? If you'll excuse me, I see a token of Python on the map, and we don't need that anymore. 1 second.
Fuck off.
Man. So I am Tammy. I play the Triton Barbarian fighter Kiki. And My favorite day of the campaign so far, or Kiki's favorite day?
Kiki's
Maybe
favorite
Kiki's.
Kiki's favorite in-game day.
And that would be when she and Euphemian at the time went and got into like a bar brawl, and then they just had fun together, and then that was when he first kissed her.
I love that answer. I'm gonna say now, Allie, if you would
Hi.
indulge. Hello.
I'm Allie, and my character is Callista. She's a satyr bard warlock. And man, her favorite day of the campaign, honestly could be boiled down to a favorite like minute of the campaign, which was when she got her family back.
How was that?
Heartbreaking.
It was very good to see you again.
I'll never hear the nickname Little Olive or Olive the same again, so thanks for that.
Reed.
Hey, I'm Reed. I play the human wizard paladin Cleon. And favorite day is probably the day after we came back from the mines for the second time. First time after we'd sort of gone to sea and come back. Because we had Arcades, and then he got to sort of get together with Kiki. For real, for real.
Mm-hmm. That is a wonderful answer. Freya Wren, dear friend.
Oh boy.
What?
I'm
Introduce
Karen, everybody.
Mhm.
No, I'm not. I'm Jennifer. I play Karen. Oh my god, guys. Karen, the Wood Elf Monk. Pow pow! Uncle to Arcades and Ismene. Oh my god. I
We
have
have months
two.
left. I know that I'm sad, but you have months left, and it's all going to be you guys
I
kicking ass.
know, but still, like, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there's two. I think Craze would be when he got married to Seema. That's when he discovered his, well, his love. But for me, I think my favorite as Jen was when we had our Christmas together and gifts were given, and he kind of wanted to be the last to kind of watch over everybody because he's always done that. And then when Euphemian said, no, you open your gift up. I want to make sure, like he was saying, like a father to his kids, making sure that everybody opens their gifts first. When he felt taken care of and looked after, and he'd never had that ever before. And that would be, I think, one of his favorite memories, other than Seema, of course. But that's my favorite part of the story. My favorite day was Christmas.
So,
What about you, Ben?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, you go, Ben, for sure. We have a lot of memories.
my immediate, if I actually thought about it, I would just be listing things forever because I love you guys. My second favorite memory would probably be the joke PvP fight you guys had on the ship. Not the real one, but the joke PvP fight where you guys were like sort of roughhousing more than actually fighting. And
Is that
like
when we
Craig got
got?
knocked in the water and stuff and stuff.
I think we both got knocked in the water. Hey, Kiki,
Yeah.
because of Cleon.
I think that one was one of my favorites because it really, to me, showed that would probably be Kyra's favorite too. Because it would really have been like the moment that I really felt like it had fully clicked in just how much everybody was so comfortable just finding joy in their characters instead of just trying to beat a game. You know what I mean? That it was like time well spent to just make each other's characters smile, not even each other. And it was just such a moment that I enjoyed. The other one, precursor to one of the most neurotic batshit episodes I've ever done. But when Kyra brought all of your friends to be on the crew, you know what the batshit thing I'm talking about is, but this one was the I really liked that one because again, narratively, it really felt like a strong moment of like, okay, this story is being powered by sort of love and connection with all of these characters that are here together. Not only because I like making them, but that they believe in the four of you, and that is believable because you guys earned that. So those are the things that I liked.
Oh my
If
god,
you
I'm
let
gonna
any of
start
my precious,
crying right now. Oh my god.
if you let any of my precious children die during the finale, that is on you.
It's too
Protect the
late.
bullbug. Definitely.
It's too late. We
I
already failed you.
Yeah,
I
well,
am
I can't
gonna
fight
I am
for it.
gonna hawk my own little wares for a moment. I'm opening a bunch of new tables for my professional role-playing games. If you want to join any of them, let me know. I got a few of them. I'm also looking to form more tables. The link's in the chat. Ray, did you have anything you wanted to say before we jump into this?
We might as well talk about the merch store since we do have a couple of new things in there that might be of interest if you haven't been there in a little while. Check it out. That's going to be at streamlabs.com/roll-for-roll/merch. And the link will be in the chat.
Perfect. All right. Allie, do you have any questions, comments? Are you ready?
Yes.
Reed, you ready? Your questions or comments?
Good to go.
Tammy?
I'm ready.
Jen?
Come get me, bitch.
Oh my god.
I've tried to come get you and it's failed every time.
Well, now it's on.
We begin our story. I'd say around 1 a.m. You know, when it really matters, you want to get real exact with the times. You've all received these messages from Chelsea yesterday. Or just moments ago.
Mm.
Piecing them together, even without Crairin there, it becomes very obvious what she's talking about. That the oath has been violated or broken or something. Are the three of you together? Callista, Kiki, Cleon?
I think we were
Yeah.
about to be. I know Kiki and I were.
Where were you? At the jail picking up Cleon, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had brought him some breakfast to eat, and then Callista and I were going to go look for Cray. But if we were coming to
that's
the
right. It's the morning.
realization...
It's the morning. That's right. Okay.
Because if you're saying that we're come to the realization that something's happened, then maybe what we'll do is I'll just open the cage or the cell that that Cleon is in. Yeah, I think we need to find Cray then.
You guys get this, and I think Kyra's with you.
Nope.
Would she be with you? No, she's not with you.
No,
That's right,
she took off to Mitros. She didn't want to see any of us.
Well,
That's
you said
right,
she
she
was
didn't.
going to Mitros, but then you said she was at the amphitheater, so it was a little unclear. But she said she'd meet us there.
She stopped at the amphitheater. She'd be making her way to Mitros. The three of you are there together. The guard sort of watches you open the gate, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess aren't you like a goddess or like a demi-goddess or something? If it's your decree. And he just sort of like sits back.
She's the queen's sister.
Wait,
Try and stop me. You didn't
we don't-
officially arrest him, so...
Well, we don't even have a queen. We have like a council. Do you mean the one that's in charge? Okay, you know what? And he just sits back. He goes, yeah. And he goes, I'm pretty sure every one of you can kill me with your brain. I think that one kills me with her words. So I'm just gonna It is time for my lunch break, and it is like clearly morning. And he just gets up. Grandpa Simpson nopes out of there. As a demigoddess that's killed a titan opens up a jail cell, he's like, "Yeah, no, we're good."
I'm gonna give him a gold piece.
Thanks, thank you
Thank you.
for that. Okay. He looks at you kind of uneasily, and then is gone. The three of you are there, having just received this message.
This means trouble, doesn't it?
Very possibly.
Doesn't feel great, but I mean, I don't know why she's upset. I mean, you'd think she'd be happy.
I don't think she knows what the hell she wants. I think we just need to find Cray and hit the road for Mitros.
Yeah. At what point were we gonna stop at the forge for my staff? Or was that being brought to us? I can't remember.
Which staff was this?
It was the staff of healing is what I got the chimera head for.
Oh, right. Did you already drop off the supplies for it?
Yeah, we sent it I think right before we went to get Lutheria, if I'm remembering correctly.
You'll get it soon.
Okay. So
That's what I can tell you.
it'll be brought to us.
It's
Okay.
covered. It's covered.
Excellent.
Is there anything you guys want to do for the moment? Do you want to just head out immediately? Did you want to talk, try and get in contact with somebody with your sendings?
Yeah, I mean,
well,
Cleon, can you? I don't have Cray in my book. Could you send him a message or something so that we can find him? Because I feel like with this whole thing in Chelsea, we should probably.
Yes, give me just a moment here. Just need to make sure I have sending available. I think I do, but...
Did you not prepare your spells while you were sitting there in a traumatic catatonic shock because you committed the ultimate blasphemy and obscenity?
he was mathing all night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. He wasn't contemplating the fact that he committed the most grievous sin in human history. He was doing math homework. I apologize.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'll cast sending to Cray.
Mhm.
I assume you got a message as well. We're on our way to Mitros. Where are you?
You don't hear anything for a long time, but I'll reply back. I'm already in Mitros. You know why I'm here. We need to meet.
So I guess Cray killed the other bull.
What?
What is wrong with you both?
I stopped him from doing something stupid earlier, and I guess it was contagious.
This is Tammy laughing, not Kiki.
I don't even know. I guess it makes a lot more sense now, but what the hell is gonna happen now? I mean, have either of you guys heard from any of the gods?
No, Cray did say that we need to meet.
Well, that's obvious. Didn't have to specify that.
But I would imagine that Chelsea is on her way with Sidon's fleet.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. I told her to fuck off. Oops.
So, here's a question. If she's coming here on her ships or whatever, should we intercept her before she gets to the mainland? Or do we literally not stand a chance even in a sinkable ship?
How unsinkable is unsinkable, as far as the Dryad goes?
Mechanically?
Yeah.
mechanically, um, me- let me. I'm gonna pull up the stats of the ship. I don't have them. To the very short version, the very short version is that it is not unsinkable literally. It it has an armor class of 16. It has 1,000 hit points. And any hit that doesn't do at least 20 damage doesn't count. So it's not so much unsinkable as much as it's good luck. When you guys were in the Nether Sea, it was technically taking like 1d4 every minute, but there's no point in keeping track of that unless you guys were staying there for like weeks. So it can take damage. In the very etymological, literal sense, a titanic amount of damage may actually be a threat, but bear in mind that this was very sincerely and in good faith made to be unsinkable by Lutheria's definition. So as unsinkable as she can manage.
Well, even still, I wouldn't want to risk, even though it would mean mitigating potential damage to Mitros, I don't exactly want to risk the Dryad either. Because, I mean, it's not just a boat.
Yes, that's fair.
And with that many, I would assume, archers, soldiers, and such upon those ships, the vessel might be unsinkable, but we're still remarkably squishy.
Well, maybe we should make our way to Mitros and start really rallying the troops. I know we started sending word out earlier, but I think might have to send a little bit more of a pressing note now.
We'll have a couple of days before Chancia can get her fleet here. That at least buys us enough time to rally those who are close to Mitros.
And also allow the time for those others to travel here. Also by boat.
I also want to say I don't think that this is strictly relevant, but in the name of giving you all full details, the ship can also hold 100 people. I think we kind of agreed that the ship is being manned by a bunch of nameless NPCs that have no effect on the story. But since you want to deal in exact numbers, I just wanted to give you a full, complete answer. Something like, what is it? Like, there's got to be like 85 people that just have been here this whole time. Just over there, off screen. Please continue. I'm a good storyteller. Jen, I saw you asked if we still have exhaustion point. I don't think anybody has exhaustion.
Yeah.
Claren did because he didn't sleep. And
Same
I
with
Oh,
thought
yeah.
Leon did because he didn't sleep.
Oh, okay, then there you go. Sorry. Micah, I love you. 90% of this cast is NPCs they made me name and then kept with them. It
To be
really
fair.
is.
To be fair, if we go through and we have more NPCs that are, named and loved, that makes them a blade of armor against the ones who are really important.
Lorius is supposed to have like one scene, and he's been like the heart of the campaign. It's supposed to be like, oh, isn't it cute? There's in this horrible place. There's a neutral character, and you guys have just been like, you're in everything now. And I'm like, okay.
Remember Gertruda in our Curse of Strahd? Same thing. Expected in every fucking story, Ben.
That's true.
We have a squirrel.
We have a fish.
I mean, he's
We
probably not alive anymore.
No, he's probably not, but there was a fish.
There was.
We don't have time to meet their descendants or son of but we will.
Huh.
Son of well, why would he remember his name?
That works. Yep. That fits.
But yeah, you guys is call at the moment. Did you guys want to make your way to Mitros?
I think we gotta.
Do it. The worst
You
that
guys-
could happen.
Right? I always
go-
kind of assume that Ismene is with me. Is that fair to assume? I
Sure.
genuinely don't know where she is most of the time.
Sure.
Okay, so on the way there, I think I'm not really gonna talk to Kiki or Euphemia, and I'm mostly just gonna, like, mess with Ismene.
Mhm.
You
On your
guys are on
shoulder.
the.
Hi, Silver.
You guys are going there. You get to the gate of Astoria, and you get there. There's still people going back and forth. The gates are a lot more open than they were a little bit ago. You get there. You hear a voice go. Hey, so plot twist, I guess. And is it okay if I walk with you guys for a bit? I kind of was planning to go ahead, but I fell asleep at the theater, and I thought that I could make it out there. And then things changed. I got a message from my sister, which, if I know it right, you know what it was. And you just, yeah, of course, you see Kyra like leaning up against the wall. She does look like she hasn't slept. She has looked like she's on like 3 hours of sleep.
I'm gonna take her hand.
Hey,
You can come with us.
thanks.
Please.
Of course. I'm a forgiving goddess.
And very brave. And I'll kiss her on.
She smiles at you. It's hard not to notice that she's walking on the side of you that puts her farthest from Cleon.
Most awkward double date ever.
Whatever. She's the one that has the problem.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Totally unreasonable.
She's the one who keeps bringing up old history. I.e., the murder of her brother yesterday. She walks with you guys.
As I'm gonna say that as soon as we get out of earshot of the main gates or whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and basically say out loud, not looking at Kyra directly, but just for her to hear. I suppose you heard that the other one was
Yeah.
taken care of as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The,
Cray went and Cray is waiting for us in Mitros.
Cray did what Cray's gonna do. You will fight for what you believe in.
Oh, I was gonna say, still not a cat.
What the heck?
The cat does whatever he wants.
I mean,
Mhm.
are you not a cat?
In that sense?
Are you really not a cat? Let's be real.
Okay, maybe.
And Kyra just walks as ahead as you guys are going. She goes, so if they're both really gone, then the oath's over. She's just letting like a lot of silence between steps. It's just the footfalls on the dirt and the rocks as you guys move ahead.
Yeah,
She
it
goes,
kind of all just happened off stage, didn't it?
yeah. You know, life isn't really a story, and you don't really get to get monologues and closure. Some things. Sometimes people are just. Sometimes it just ends. I guess it's like that.
Yeah, it's called life. No matter how much you plan for something, sometimes things get off the rails a little bit. But you have to get back on track and continue.
Yeah.
and no sense holding grudges either, whether it's for a day or for 500 years.
Okay. There was a lot of subtext to that, but I think I picked up your meaning. Great, Cleon. You all have a lot of names. You have a lot of names.
Of course, it's mean.
Hmm.
Not you.
If you want to call me that, that's okay. The little dragon perks up.
Not you.
It's always gonna hurt what you did. Because I think on some level, I thought on some level one of you would find something clever that I hadn't thought of that would make the end of days never come. That maybe there'd be like something we'd stretch things out and figure something out where this didn't happen. And I know that my sister thought of that, and I didn't think it was going to be the best choice.
Yeah,
But
but you know what? What I've been noticing, Kyra? You guys don't seem to want to do too much of anything. Yes, I was pissed off and hurt that it ended up being Pythor. But you know what? Cleon had no fucking way of knowing which one it was. Callista didn't know. Cray didn't know. I didn't know. You sure as hell didn't fucking know.
Okay, but that's not fair. They're not allowed to.
Oh. Yeah, they're not allowed to intervene.
Yeah, see
Not
what
allowed
happens when
to
they
help.
intervene, Kiki?
Did I do something wrong?
I just don't think it's fair that you're being so pissed off against Cleon as if he personally did it against you.
Could have at least told us. Could have at least told us it was happening. I could have had a chance to say goodbye.
Yep.
I had like a whole speech prepared. I had like 2 speeches. I had a speech if we were guessing. I had a speech if we knew for sure. I wasn't even sure when that one would come up, but I had it. I at least wanted to say goodbye. The logic of something makes sense, but the heart doesn't always make sense with it. Even if doing that saved a lot of people, it still hurts. And I still didn't get to say goodbye.
And so does finding out after how many years that you had a family that just totally didn't even bother with you. Anyways, I think we'll just make our way to Mitros and deal with that as she kicks a stone ahead of her on the road.
So this is the denouement. This is our epilogue. Okay. Elsewhere, Seema is with Cray. And she goes, "Oh my God. I'm right. Are you okay? Are you okay?"
This was the boars. I didn't really give a lot of chance.
No, you fought a titan. I'm not asking if you're hurt. I'm not afraid if you got hurt by a
just
boar. It's
failed the world. Do you understand? I just ended
How?
the oath.
Doesn't that save everybody though?
No, I don't know what's going to happen, Seema. This is the end of days we're talking about here. I told you to prepare for the end of days. It is time. I need you
I've
safe. I
I've
need you and
been
the dragon egg safe. Please.
I've been preparing. I've been
don't
preparing,
want
but I thought I
you.
had another week. I was
I
getting
don't.
people
I
together.
don't. I don't want you here, Seema. I can't have you close to the danger. I love you, you
can't-
know that, and I take her face in my bloody hands.
You put
Hopefully it's
blood on her
dried.
hand. Put blood on her hand, on her face. And you put the blood on her face. You say that, and she goes, "You don't want me here?"
I don't want you in danger.
You're
I
scared
love
something's going to
you.
happen
You
to me.
know this. We have a network. You have a network. You built this network.
So you don't want me to be in danger. And so you're going to try and take this all on yourself so that I'm safe.
What is it with the men in our group?
It's
Is that it?
the hero of Thyla. As I say drunkenly because I'm really tired and exhausted.
If that's how you feel.
What do you want? That's what I
Cur-
want, but it doesn't
Caravan,
matter.
if that's how you feel, then you understand exactly how I feel and why I'm not going to leave. I thought it'd be at least a week before the or worse part of our vows came into play, but I'm here. And I have connections here, and I have people that can help. Not my band. I think that I haven't seen them since they started drinking at the party, but the connections in the network, and this can be a shelter for people or something. I'm,
I take her hands in mine and I say, so you're telling me, for better or for worse?
of course.
Then we'll do it together, my love.
She puts her forehead against yours, and she says, "Your breath smells terrible, and you need to rest." Or
Let me wash up and I'll
I'm not going to let you. I'm going to insist that you do.
just be with me for a little bit, though.
Of course. Of course. She goes to take you to help you wash up. On the road back to Mitros, Kiki, Cleon, Callista, is there anything that you want to do along the way?
I'm gonna jot a quick sending to both Bulbug and Chandris. Again,
Oh, right.
again, so you've probably found out there's no more boar. I would stay away from the palace and get safe, please. And then at the end of Bulbugs, I'm gonna say I love you.
Bulba goes, "Oh, thank goodness you messaged." He goes, "Think the five, and you messaged me because I could knock it in there and didn't know how to tell you. I will. I love you. I'll wait for you. How many is that?" And it just stops there. Yeah. Valis had security fucking up. He never got in and has been stressing out over how much he messed up this mission.
Oh.
Chandra sends back a message and says, "If I read Valis correctly, and I do, we have terrible times ahead. I'll wait for you. All of you."
Love you.
You remember that orgy we had? No.
Which one?
Hmm.
That's
The
right. There
thing
was
you
a
did with the
couple.
statue. So what was I gonna say? So what was I gonna say? Anything else that you guys want to do on the way there?
It's going to be half a day's travel, right? So we won't be there. We'll be there before sundown.
Yes. You guys travel ahead. As you're walking, Kyra goes, if the oath is over, that means that the magic that keeps the oath in place is going to fade. Probably sundown, maybe midnight. The oath's going to be over soon. She looks at all of you intently. If you want insight checks, you can have them, but I don't know that you need them.
You know what? Fuck it. I like to roll. Let's do it.
I like to roll for bull, so yeah.
That was the persuasion check Callista made several sessions ago. Rolling for bull. And she passed it.
All
You
right.
said that was insight?
How
Yeah.
about 25?
You got 25? All right.
I don't know. I can't see.
hell
It's an
yeah.
18.
And Reed, what'd you get?
I didn't roll. I just figure I'll go by the seat of my pants.
He just already knows anyway.
I'm just going to not make waves.
Kyra's unsettledly trying to address to you guys that this is the last day for a lot of things and she can't really clarify. There's a lot she's not allowed to say because the oath's still fading, but it's still in effect. And she's kind of looking at Callista like, if there's anything you want to talk about. That as well to Kiana, but I was giving the 25 to Callista. But she's just like, yeah, guys, I really can't explain it because of the oath, but this is the last day for a lot of things. And you guys are going to get there halfway through the day.
Hi.
I'm gonna kiss her hand and just say you don't have to share.
Can you speak up, please?
You don't have to share anything you don't want to share, even once it's over.
You all are real heroes. Actual real heroes. And it's not always easy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, Cleon! She, folds her hands. Hey, Cleon?
What can I do for you?
Hey, so there's a symmetry to both of us being mad at the blood and the other one's past. And I'm realizing that if I'm going to have any literacy about this, I know what it's like to make those mistakes. And I know what it's like to want to do your best. And I need to make some space to understand you. it still hurts. But you were doing what you thought was best. And really, if that's going to be painful for me or Pyther's undoing, I mean, you've been to the necropolis. I'm not always good at words, okay?
Neither am I. And for whatever it's worth, understand that it isn't that I wanted to keep you from Pythor or
You're cutting it a little bit.
even to lock you out of the decision-making process. But I knew one of these two boars was Sidon. And if the oath had come to the end, they were going to be there in the middle of a highly populated city. And I didn't know if I was strong enough.
Not easy being responsible for so many people, is it? And I think you're doing it better than I ever did. Especially the last several years of what I've done. I think I married someone and forgot about it, and that's kind of been the high point since then.
57 days ago, the only person I had to be responsible for was myself.
You've grown a lot. Like, a lot. Like, sometimes people read these books and they're like, how could that character have that character arc in that little bit of time? And I'm like, okay, you just go with it. But then I watch you actually do it. What I'm saying is you've been incredible. And I appreciate what you're doing. And I know that I can forgive you for the same reason that I couldn't kill you before. Because I know that you're going to save everybody. And that even if you aren't, you're my friend and you're doing your best.
I'd like to make a small correction to that statement. I'm going to
Yeah?
reach out my hands to both Callista and to Kiki. We're going to try our best.
Yeah, I know. Can we just go find Cray so that when you all hold hands again, I can like get a painter or something in town to do a mural of it, and it'll be really cool?
And join in.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay, Kyra and Kiki may be all pragmatic and emotionally mature, but I'm still mad at you, and you're going to do me a favor later tonight.
I'll think of something.
Anyways,
No, not you.
you
Not
had
you,
your
Cleon.
quill.
Oh, but I want to do you a favor.
Whoa.
Well, you'll also do me a favor at the same time. Don't worry. What? Not. Don't.
What are we
Nobody
talking
read it.
about?
We're
What?
just. I'll get to it later. Okay. Just
I've already got
give me like
headcanons.
4 hours
Oh, wow.
to move on.
Cray during his rest suddenly gets a chill down his back, like, oh, something
Ugh.
horny's gonna happen.
Oh,
Something
your horny
horny.
senses tingling.
hmm
Oh, Jesus.
That's called your penis. So anyway,
I mean, Seema is helping him
Clean
wash up.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
And just before we fade out of our scene, I'm going to say
Mm.
to Calissa, you had your quill out and taking note of all this, right?
Yeah, obviously.
we still have to compare stories.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
That's part of the favor you're gonna do.
okay. Um, you
Honestly,
guys.
Kiki's the only one who hasn't done anything wrong. So
Yeah,
I think we all owe her a favor.
she's
But
got a Pegasus.
exactly.
It doesn't get much more favorite princess than that.
Where is Starlight, anyway? I thought I saw her in Astoria, but...
Oh, yeah. I guess I left her in the gardens after I had her drop off Ophia. So Ophia's also still wandering. Oh well, Lenora knows she's there.
I like the mental picture of the two of them just wandering at random, just like Sims.
They like
She goes,
meet each other occasionally in the garden and just like nod at each other. Oh,
Morning,
you again.
Ralph. Morning, Sam.
she goes, I really hope we find them. I don't want to have to just write them out in the last scene. You ever notice that when people are writing stories and then suddenly someone's not there for the finale? I just said life isn't like a story. I just said that. I don't
Give
want to learn
yours-
that lesson. And she
give
just keeps
yourself a
walking
day.
ahead. Yeah. Um, she moves ahead. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you get to the city of Mitros?
I, with consultation of Allie and Reed, I was going to ask, or I would want to basically ask Kyra if she can sort of be like in contact with either like Vulcan, Valis, maybe not Valis, but like Vulcan. Yeah, we know shit's hit the fan kind of thing. But we're wanting.
When you bring I'm cutting you off. When you bring that
Yep.
up to her, she just goes immediately. She goes, "Oh, Vulcan's on his way.
Okay.
I mean, he's gonna want to be here for the
Finale.
She just
You can say finale. It's okay.
Now,
finale.
okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we're all kind
So-
of meeting in one spot because
So how do I go about to use this wish spell to bring Pythor back?
oh, you want to bring him back with the. Why didn't you say that before? Did you just decide it right now? Are you sure you don't want to save it for something else?
I think this is quite important enough that we need him. And no offense, but the way that you kind of
None taken.
acted a little bit, we kind of want people on our side as much as possible with this. I'd rather not have everybody try to alienate us or Cleon, you know? And no, I didn't just think of this just now. I thought of it last night after Honora and I went and basically raided Pythor's secret stash of alcohol. Did you know he had a secret room? And then a secret room in the secret room with all kinds of shit?
Wait, he had a double secret room?
And I don't know, we just stopped where all the most of the bottles were, but I'm sure there was a weird looking corner that there might have been another one. But anyways.
Oh. She goes, I tried to steal some wine from him a while ago, and I thought that his secret room was really easy to find.
Oh.
Well, I mean, the first one wasn't that obviously hidden.
Because there aren't stories about a second secret room. Oh, he did something that he knew wasn't in books. Oh, that's good. There's never a scene about finding a secret room and then finding a secret room on top of that. He knew what he was doing. By the way, that is my new addition to the canon, is that he hid things from Kyra by hiding them in narratively unsatisfying ways. But
That's the most sibling thing I've ever heard.
mhm.
On the walk, I'm just going to pass my tome around. I'm going to be like, okay, so I just need you all to write your name right here.
Oh, is this like an autograph thing? Or
Yeah,
is this like
Do it.
Okay. She pulls up her quill and like moves, and then she sort of stops. No, okay. She grabs the quill and sort of like slowly writes it and just draws like in this big flourishing loops, Kyra. And she goes, you know, it'd kind of be nice if people remembered. I want them to know how I felt about you guys. And she's gonna put like a little heart above the name. She's like, I hope that catches on.
Hey, quick question. Do you know, so the magic that you gave me,
Yeah.
it works on you, right? Like, it's my magic now, right? Even though I'm getting it from you?
What do you mean?
She
She seems uncomfortable with this.
Out of
If you're asking in a ruling way, you need to ask Ben,
out
not
of
Kyra.
character. Hey, DM. When we leveled up, I got an ability that's called Gift of Protectors, and if I have people sign a page in my book, when they die, they drop to 1 hit point instead. Would that work on Kyra? Would she know?
In most circumstances.
Please hold. Recalibrating.
I was going to say, I'm guessing that most warlocks don't use protective magic over their own patrons, so it probably doesn't come up very often. But
let me clarify. Let me give you the real answer. Yes, unless there is some narrative trump card like the way the Furies had with Pythor and Sidon. So unless I have a very specific narrative-driven reason that the thing that's happening right now is the exception, then it would work on her.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Which, since you don't know what's happening, I reserve the right to pull that out.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. How many people's names can you have in there?
5. It can only work once per long rest, though. So, like, if Cleon drops to 0 hit points and then comes back at 1, no one else is safe.
Oh, you get 1 freebie.
I get 1 freebie.
Are you guys all signing it?
Yep.
Are you all signing it?
I've got that. I've got that promise that Pythor had given me, unless it became null and void once he freaking died.
Oh, I see. Just put your name in here for now. Just for
It was kind of that he was going to use a miracle to cast Revivify from far away.
Oh crap.
So it doesn't really apply anymore.
Okay then. Fuck balls.
And then I'm gonna write my name down, and then I'm just gonna leave a big space in the middle for Crayrin.
Because Crayrin didn't learn all his letters. Sorry,
You all.
I'm sorry. This is a very serious and heartfelt moment, and I can't stop laughing, and I'm very sorry. I'm emotionally vulnerable.
Not yet, you're not. So is there anything else that you guys are doing here?
I am absolutely serious about wanting to be able to use my wish to wish Pythor back.
You want to do it right now? Kyra will even tell you. I'm going to say if you ask it, we're going to jump back to that moment. Kyra's going to go, I'm going to go, okay, Kiana, wish spells are really ironic. Like, I have so many stories. There's one about a monkey that lost its hand. There's one about the desert with this lady that, like, told a lot of other stories. She's my favorite character. There's a lot of things that go wrong. I mean, if this brings back my brother, it might bring back Sidon 2, or it might make my brother evil, or might bring him... I don't know, it might... And she has a thought that she keeps to herself. And then she just says, she goes, I love him and I miss him, but... I mean, don't do this for me. Because...
We need him. Like, even me putting aside that I would love to have my father back, quite honestly, we need Pythor. He pitched a fucking penguin out of a volcano. Like, seriously, we could really use that type of uniqueness. And it wouldn't be...
Mhm.
Yep.
You're
I'm
good.
just gonna say that it wouldn't be... I'm not gonna be putting too much into the request. Just that, he's like basically brought back to this place in body and spirit, whole, healthy, and unaltered, so that he could just be like Pythor the way he was. That would do it, right?
That would do it.
We need him.
We need him. He could really help.
I wish I could insight check that, but I
Oh,
can't.
I'm gonna.
Probably have to fight your father. Be like, I want him back. Oh, fuck.
Roll an insight check, Callista.
16.
She's thinking of the ways that he could be helpful, and she's not going to say what they are.
Roll the 5.
B is talking about legal clauses and wishes, and I'm going to say to B what I'm going to say to you guys about wish spells. To maintain the spirit of the wish spell, I'm going to ask anybody making a wish to keep it as direct as possible, without anything that involves semicolons, addendums, or clarifications. Your spell of bringing him back in full form as he was, completely fine. I will also say that I, as GM, am siding with Kyra. This could bring back Pythor and Sidon. This can bring him back as a villain. This could have another intended effect. She has other thoughts she's not sharing. Any one of these is available as an option to me. It could also just bring him back. Wish spells sometimes have weird monkey paw twists. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to fuck you over.
You know what sucks? If we had talked about
Here's
this before
15
Euphemian did anything, we could have just wished to extend the oath.
Here's 15
Like-
ways I'm going to screw you over with this. But I might not screw you over.
I also want to point out that if you wish both of them back, it would actually reset put the timer back to 7 days. I'm not saying that it would. That's what you want to do.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, back to 500 years." I was like, "Oh, well, then that's just like great."
We got
Also-
another 5 years of our campaign.
Reset the oath. Bring back Lutheria and Sidon for 500 years. Sounds good.
In terms of, do you want to? In terms of this wish as well, there's also considering whether you want to wish for it before or after the magic ends. Obviously, there's implications of both parts of that too.
I wasn't going to say anything, but Allison and Callista both feel like the gods are going to disappear in like 24 hours from now, so wishing him back just for
Not
him to disappear.
24
would
hours.
suck.
Kyra said that the
Whatever.
magic...
At dusk! Shut up!
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna fight you.
I know you will. That's what we're prepping for.
Sorry. I got emotionally invested.
Cammy, I'm not trying to intimidate you or scare you away. I think that we both understand the gravity of what you're proposing here is such that I want us to fully discuss what you're signing on to. But I am good with any of it. I haven't even decided what I would do if you did that. I just want you to know what kind of things
Oh.
I'm thinking of. So, as time freezes and you think about this, how do you feel?
For Ali and even for Reed's input here, uh, do you think I should just do it immediately before this magic does run out, or wait until it kind of runs out and then use it?
I would allow Jen to be
Because
part of
if
this conversation for
Come on,
meta
Jen.
reasons.
if the gods disappear and I still have my wish spell, I'll bring Pythor back, and then we at least have a god on our side.
Well, or you could bring them all back.
All the gods.
Yeah.
Except Valis.
Aw.
Maybe I could just wish Acostus dead. Oh, what would happen then?
Yeah, or you could just hit Acostus.
That's true. He's got a
Y'all
big,
have to get Demetros
stupid
first.
dragon, though. Yeah, and he's got a big, dumb.
Remember, we have
Dragon.
two dragons and a unicorn and.
Let me read something to you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
The GM has great latitude in ruling what occurs in an instance, in the instance of your scope of wish being beyond the examples given. The greater the wish, the greater the likelihood that something goes wrong. The spell might simply fail, the effect you desire may only be partly achieved, or you might suffer some unforeseen consequence as a result of how you wish. What I am getting from that is that I am not intended to just simply ironic twist anything that you do, but that I'm encouraged to do it more heavily the size of your wish.
Then it does seem to be smarter to just wish Pythor back now and hope for the best.
I mean, I'm on board with it.
I still
what do you
think you
think?
should.
It's your wish, Mama. You go do what you want to do. We're just here for the ride, baby.
Baby.
What were you saying, Reed?
Just that I think you're probably better off waiting until, at the very least, we get the full story. Because if we find out that in 3 days when the oath ends, all the gods are gonna just up and disappear. Maybe you just bring Pythor back, and you're better off that way, or maybe you just bring him back as a human. I don't know if that's conditional and safer, just so you can have your daddy back. But I feel like you're at a very large risk of just swiping your credit card on a game whose servers are gonna die in 3 days.
We all played City of Heroes, Reed. We all have that trauma.
But the gift cards are on such a good discount and they never expire.
Okay, I'm torn.
Flip a coin.
Let's do a poll.
Maybe. Yeah, let's do a poll. I like that.
The most
Yeah, you know what?
important
We've always
ever.
asked the audience to always do it. We should we got a squirrel with us for once. I mean, come on.
This is a very important one.
The last time the squirrel indirectly was a domino that got Allie basically killed and derailed the campaign for like 9 days.
Yep.
Don't use the squirrel as okay.
Uh-oh.
Let me write it back. So I'm gonna say, should Kiki wish Pythor back? Yes, before the end of the oath. Yes, after the end of the oath. No, and I think those are 3 options I could think of, right?
Use a wish for a pizza.
Yeah,
Delivered right there on the road for the 3
hot and
of
ready.
them. The 4 of them.
Who's not
Everybody
allowed to
just
have the
says
pizza?
What is this concoction? It's a beautiful concoction. You thought cheese and meat would go so well.
Literally everybody everywhere.
That was definitely the meat man.
We can definitely add the bacon now too, like the real bacon.
Is that
Yes.
definitely a thing in Greek
Thylia?
times there was, or in Thalian times there was cheese and meat
What
burnt on
reference did you
top.
say, B? Okay, the poll's in there. Should Kiki wish Pythor back? Yes before the oath ends, yes after it ends, use it for pizza, or save it for later. And I believe I allowed them to vote multiple times with bacon. Reed, did you change it back to regular bacon? We don't need vegan bacon anymore.
I'm pretty sure it is regular bacon. Just
Hell
pocket
yeah.
bacon.
Pocket bacon.
So worth considering. If we wish him back after the oath ends, Kyra and the other gods would still potentially disappear and wouldn't get to say goodbye. But just a thing to think about.
Kyra is, I'm going to tell you right now, Kyra did not come this far to violate the oath by talking about it. So just
Or to
assume at
order
any
a
given
pizza.
moment she's rolling like plus 30 performance and deception checks anytime you guys talk about the oath. She's like,
Oh.
Oh my god, if pizza wins, I'm gonna lose my shit.
But are you going to order a pizza?
Absolutely.
And Kiki, do you bind yourself by the pole?
If it's heading towards the pizza, no.
Right
No.
now, use it after the oath ends and save it for later are the ones that are winning.
Yep. Oh my god. They're neck to neck.
Relatively speaking, nobody wants you to use it before the oath ends. I wonder how many of these are people voting multiple times.
At least me. I got a whole bunch of points I can't use for any other reason.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa!
Oh my god!
That's not
Wait,
me.
stop spamming.
That's not me.
Who was that? Whoever it was, step forward.
Jesus.
Oh my god!
B.
Bewitching.
Jesus Christ.
Come at me.
By the way, I've canonized my campaigns that Jesus Christ is the patron saint of shock and surprise that people praise whenever something unexpected happens.
Wow.
Praise be the bacon, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Praise be
I
the
can't
bacon, y'all.
ignore the bacon.
23! I'm like trying to figure out what else you could have got us with that much.
Does anybody have a blessing?
This is
Nothing.
the
I
highest.
checked.
This is the highest amount of votes we'd ever gotten in any of our polls. I think
Absolutely.
more
This is
than
the most
any of our
involvement.
others combined.
But our
Praise
wish is always
Absolutely.
fun, right?
Ay.
The wish is
Okay.
pretty huge.
So the bacon gods have spoken. I guess Euphemian or Cleon, you're correct. We'll wait until after the magic ends and we see what's going on, and I'll save it for then.
All right. So, we're moving ahead to Mitros then?
Yep.
I kind of want a pizza now.
Yep.
So do
We
I.
all want pizza now.
There's a Reddit called Random Acts of Pizza, and it is very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. You go there if you are in the mood to do something nice for somebody. You go there and find somebody who presents why they would like a pizza, and then you buy them a pizza, and that's it.
hmm
Yeah.
Used to follow that Reddit when I was on Reddit.
Yeah. You guys make your way to Mitros. Is that okay? Is there anything else you want to do on the road?
No, I think we've done everything that's there to be done on the road. Walking.
Did you want to
Awkward
learn a
chit-chat.
spell scroll? Else I'll do the flashcards with learning your scroll.
I have to, dedicate myself to
Sit
that.
and concentrate.
Sit and concentrate and all that fun stuff.
You guys, as you get close to Mitros, you see a lot of activity, people moving back and forth. As you get on the way, Valis sends Cleon a sending spell, and says, I request the pleasure of your company, attendance, as well as the others at the palace soon. It would mean a great deal.
We are on our way. Cray, however, is not with us.
And she messaged back. She says, I appreciate that. I will find Cray. Be safe. You guys get to Mitros. There's a lot of hubbub, and when you hear it, people are talking about an event at the palace. That they don't know what it is, that there's been an event announced. But yeah, everyone's moving around, and it's we move music. As you guys get to Mitros, it is the big city that you know, the big city that you love, and it is so close to the end. People are hustling and bustling. The village place to move. People are excited to see you, but people are also moving on to the next big news item, which is that they are going to go see this whatever this is at the palace that they've been called to. It's anybody's action. Crayrin, you would receive a similar sending message that would say, Cleon's informed me that you are on your own. It would mean a great deal to me if you came to the palace.
Would I technically be sleeping at this point, or am I roused?
This would probably
from,
wake you up.
Okay.
This would wake you up.
Then I'll just blurrily. Oh, yes, my queen. Sorry. Be there soon.
And Seema wakes up and goes, or looks at you and goes, so business then?
Well, Valis has, Oh, I'm so sorry, my love. Thank you. I tried to rest a little bit. Valis has asked me to come to the palace for, I'm assuming everybody's gonna be there. I did ask Cleon to come. So whatever it is, this is it, I think.
Get my things.
I'm gonna take her hands and be like, you were the best thing that has ever happened to me in all of my life. Just be safe and take care of yourself, okay? I'll meet you on the other side. I love you.
That could be taken so many ways.
You too.
And I just kiss her like really deeply. I think with some of the most, like with all the love that he's had for her.
And she's going to say, whatever other side it is, wherever you're going, we're going there together. We discussed this. I'd like to come with you. Let's leave.
Let's go, my love.
She takes a look at the head of the Colossus. Goes down the stairs. Is it okay with you? Show of hands, is it okay with you if the four of you if I put you at the palace?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So all of you know. Allie, okay. So you guys all make your way there. When you get there, you see a large number of guards. You see all of Valis's attendants. All of her staff standing outside with her on the steps. You see guards at the walls everywhere. Like, it seems like the entire palace staff is out here for what's about to happen. And there's like a large crowd. And they're talking and, one second.
As we approach and we see this from like as we're starting to come up on the crowd and I see all of this, I'm gonna scribble down a quick sending to Valis in my book and just say, "Is there anything you want to warn us about? Now or never."
And just what to say. And she goes, "Thank you for everything. Thank you, Callista." And she says to the audience, she says, "People of Mitros, there's something I need to tell all of you." I think right now is a good break. It's in the time middle, so let's just go back at 40 after. I'm going to
just
see you
trying to write
guys
my
right
notes.
after.
Damn it.
I will
Oh.
see you all very soon.
How close are we to sunset?
It's late afternoon.
Did I get a rest? I only need 4 hours to rest.
You gotta rest. You gotta rest.
Long
But
rest?
we are gonna go on break though. So let's do that. I will see you guys in 15 minutes.
Okay. Bye,
See ya.
everybody.
Bye. Bye. Hello. Hi, welcome back to Roll for Bold. We are wrapping up our story. I guess this is the last session of the campaign, right? I think. How's everyone doing? So, anything we need to talk about before we return?
Oh, hey.
I don't know. Do you have anything you need to talk to us about, Ben?
Hi, Fatima.
Fatima's here. That's good.
We're not crying tonight.
Well,
not
Yeah.
crying.
Oh,
Don't make any
Not
yet.
Yet.
Hmm.
Okay, yet.
You knock on wood right now.
Yeah.
Bookcase, cabinet, wood. You guys can see wood behind me here. And yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks, Jen.
The whole group is here. Valis has a speech. You see pretty much your crew. Chandris is standing next to her. As she's obviously requested he be there to decide in an honorary position. And she says, "I have something that I wish to say to everybody here." She has her, I think she has a purple gown with gold, like lining, as well as, I think, purple gown with gold lining, and then the arms would be bare, except there would be a sash on the side with a sky blue and a gold and a red and a green. And she's wearing a large purple mask as well. And she says, "I have failed you. I have failed Mitros." And there's a large murmur goes through the crowd. And she says, "For my time here, I have used my strength and my wisdom to guide Mitros through the worst times, and to protect it, and to strengthen it. In those times, there are always difficult choices to be made. And in those times, there are secrets to be kept and sacrifices to be made. And I have not lived up to the expectations of many. While I am very proud of my work, I have received a great deal to think about in the past week. And in time, you will understand. You will understand what it is that I have had to consider. Well, I cannot now say. I am proud to have been your queen. We are on the precipice of a new age, and there are people that would say that this is the end. This is the end of everything. There is never an end. There is only a daring, terrifying, and beautiful beginning. And you will find that. My beloved husband is not here as he has business to attend to at the moment. But I have a request for each of you. As my last act as your queen, I ask that none of you enter the palace until tomorrow, when the heroes of Thylia and the Dragonlords have given you permission to do so. They will know when. There's a lot of confusion and murmuring through the crowd as people are just trying to figure out what the fuck she's talking about, basically. Chandris is looking at her with this sort of reverence and respect at this moment. If there's anything you guys want to say, if not, this is going to keep moving. Okay. She takes off her mask. You see her face with the crow's feet and the tiredness under her eyes. And she holds her hand to her chest like this, thinks deeply. And the magic flows from her body as she performs a miracle. And you see the walls rise on the palace, barricading itself in. You hear a rumbling, a shaking, as if an entire earthquake is within there. Some upheaval, some shifting in this place. Everyone is concerned, everyone is scared. The guards try and keep people at peace. Kyra's just watching with understanding. The rubble and the rocks and the foundation shift. There's crash and creak and change. At last, the magic of the miracle leaves Valis, and you see her. Looking quite her age. She looks at all of them, everybody, and they murmur, and you see her face as she holds her composure, knowing full well how many of them are commenting on what they see of her.
I would like to use thaumaturgy to make it sound like cheers and applause from the audience, from the crowd.
Are you trying to deceive her or just be supportive?
I am trying to set off a chain reaction.
I want you to roll a performance check.
Oh, sure.
I got this.
Well, I mean, don't jinx me, but... I rolled a 3, so that's 18.
You do this, and after a little bit, people start applauding. People start cheering, and they go, and you hear people like, like some of them don't even know why they're cheering, but they know they clearly picked up that that's the right thing to do right now. As people start to get more excited, people start to cheer, and she looks and she smiles. She looks at Callista and gives a small smile. She looks at Crayrin and at Kiana and Cleon. She messages Cleon and she says, "When it's done, you'll know what to do. When the oath is over, you'll know what to do." You want to respond at all, Cleon?
I'll just say, I stand ready.
She nods at you. She goes, "There's much to discuss. It has been an honor, but I have things to discuss with my allies and my family." People are good. "So what's going to happen?" They're like shouting everything. She goes, "You are safe. And if you have ever trusted me, trust me now that you are safe. I have faith in Mitros and its people." She turns slowly, and Chandris takes her hand and walks her off the stage for a minute. People are babbling, arguing, confused, excited, curious, speculating. There have been about 90 theories about what has changed within the boarded up palace, and Kyra's writing down as many of them as Kyra comes up to you guys after a little bit in the crowd. She goes, okay, there's a lot of them. She goes, yes, Kiki does sell her wish spell, and she's thinking of using it to bring back Pythor. Kyra goes, okay, there's a lot of theories, and I'm writing them all down, but I think that if I'm right, Valis is probably going to want to meet with us. She wanted us to go there. I think she's going to want to meet with us somewhere. I don't know, the garden maybe? The Agora or the Great Gardens? I don't know, maybe the back of the palace? I don't know. Where do you want to meet her? I can send her a message.
Maybe throne room? Or the Great Hall?
Palace is boarded
banquet
up.
hall? Oh, I see. We can't get in.
You have to meet somewhere that's not the palace.
Oh, I thought we were meeting in the palace and it was boarded up so no one else could come in. My bad.
No, the palace is boarded up, and she has put it to Cleon as to when to let everybody in, claiming that he'll understand when.
All right. Take it back then. I don't know.
Anybody have any thoughts?
Temple of the Five?
It seems as good a place as any. At
Mhm.
least it can be kept fairly quiet.
Is that good for everybody?
Yep.
Is Cray with us now?
Great. Do you want to have found them in the crowd? Cray would be able to find you guys. Cray, is there anything you want to say to them? We can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh, your
it's not
microphone's
working.
your microphone's weird? Okay. Do you want us to give you a minute to figure it out? Okay. Okay, we'll march ahead. Message me if you want to do something, or put it in the chat or something. Okay.
I'm trying to think. Oh, it finally worked.
Hey. Hey.
I touched
Okay.
stuff.
Good. Keep doing
Wait a
that.
minute. That came out way wrong.
That's how Cray discovered.
Seema.
We'll let you all
Let's
finish
go
fill in the blank.
No, I think Cray would be there. But he'd like to ask Kyra in that one moment while she was doing her things and be like, "How much time do we have? You know how much time we have."
She goes, I don't know, maybe sunset? Seems like sunset, but maybe it's midnight. And she goes, sooner late than later.
Do the people need to be evacuated?
Let's just meet up.
Okay.
She's very uncomfortable with anything that can possibly imply what to expect.
Mm-hmm. Meet at the Temple of the
goes-
Five, right?
Yeah, she goes, they're safe with you. They're safe with all of you. Are you okay?
Well, considering I took off a week out of our planning.
Yeah. There's been a lot of hard choices lately. Like the past 500 years. You did it because you cared about people. And it was hard for me to understand that with Cleon, but I think deep down I know you both did.
Kyra,
Yeah?
I just give her a big hug, that's all I do.
She hugs you back and she goes, I know.
Okay, let's go. Let's go meet.
I say race you there.
Can
And
I mean, my Jen knows, Crayron does not. Does he sense that the other three are actually like talking and shit now? Because the last time he left them, they were all over each other's asses.
What vibe are you
And
guys
not
giving
in the
off?
orgy way.
What vibe are the three of you giving off right now?
I think
Awkwardly
Cal's-
cordial.
Yeah, I think Cal's still like got the walls up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking, and
Yeah.
she knows she's gonna get over it. But it's that like, I'm not ready to make up with you yet, but I also know that I have to talk to you, and I know I'm going to, so I can't be too mean, you know?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You guys. What's up?
I was just gonna say, hadn't Crayorin ran off before shit broke loose
Well, that's
against
true.
Cleon? Yeah, so he doesn't really know
Yeah,
that
but no.
He knows about
but
the Pythor
what
being
Cleon
killed.
did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
and I could just sense that there's something kind of like awkward cordialism between
Mm.
all of
Mhm.
you, or just Cal.
I mean, I think Leon too is what you're just
Yeah.
saying.
And Kiki.
Mm.
It's a little awkward, but they're making it awkward.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
You know, people die. It's just a
It's all the
thing.
time. You guys raise a show of hands. Who's ready to go to the Temple of the Five and have this conversation? Allie, what you
Oh.
got?
So I just, as we approach the Temple of the Five, once we get within like eye shot, like the whole way there, Cal has like been quiet and like staring at the ground and like clearly like stuck in thought for a sec, or for the entire walk rather. And then right as we get there, right before we go inside, or right after we get inside, but before we talk to Valis, she is going to grab Cleon and Kyra's hands and pull them into like a corner somewhere.
We
the two of you
can't
can
do
come
this.
too, but
We can't do this right now. It's
no. Hey.
it's. I mean,
I
you're
know.
both really what?
That's not.
I'm not there mentally. Well, okay, maybe I am, but okay. So what? And she starts to like.
No,
take her
stop,
token-
stop.
sorry.
Just let me. It's favor time.
Oh, okay. No, you probably didn't mean that. Okay, go on.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say a whole lot of things. Please don't interrupt me, and then it'll be your turn. And Cleon, I'm just trusting that you're gonna say yes to this. So, okay. So the last thing I wanted to do was steal Crayron's thunder, but you have hours now, and I need you to know. I need you to know that I love you now, how you are now, and I don't care what you did, and I don't care what you're going to do, and I don't care what's going to happen, but Cleon, will you marry us, please? Kyra, will you marry me?
Oh, Jen.
Kelly, you might not still love me an hour from now. You might not still have me an hour from now.
I'll love you.
You're getting cut off. What was that?
I'll love you an hour from now. I'll love you a year from now. I don't care. If I'm not going to have you an hour from now, what better time?
She leans in and she kisses you. Deeper and more fully, and she holds your face. After a moment, she pulls back and she says, Leon, if you don't set me up to say I do, that might be the worst thing you've done in the past 48 hours.
Well, I think that works as vows. Do you promise to take each other for as long as you both?
Good
shall
enough.
live?
I do. No. Okay. Sorry. No, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do. You have a speech. You have a speech. There's the scene we're setting. You're gonna do. I do. You know I'm gonna say I do. I'm smart. Okay. Say it. Do this.
No
do the
speech. We don't need a speech. Just
no,
do
he's
it.
he gets a monologue. He's earned it. He's built the trust with them.
I'm just going to cast ceremony. I think you've waited entirely long enough. And I'm going to cast ceremony on the two of them.
And she's gonna tackle you and just kiss you and she's just gonna go, I do. And she's gonna kiss you. I do. She's gonna kiss you. I do. And she's gonna kiss you.
I knock her with my horns. And then I just say, I've been yours for a long time, but as long as you'll have me, as long as I have you.
What happens? Can we just say this is where it ended? Or where it started or something?
Well, we'll have to see.
Outside, as the rest of you, Kiana and Crayron are at the temple, Valis is there with Chandris. I think maybe Bulbug would have been invited, Lorius, a few of them. And Valis says, it's unlikely that both my sister and Callista coincidentally got held up. While I don't understand where Crayron falls into this. Should I give them a few moments, or should I give them a sending?
Crarian or Cleon?
Or Cleon.
Well,
Cray's like, what did I do now?
I know. Well, everybody and just about everybody had a big old orgy, so
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, nothing. It's all good. I don't remember
Hey,
anything. I think
what
I had
the
boobs.
hell?
I think I
Cray.
had boobs.
Cray, just
What?
stop. You need to learn to stop.
Kiki's aunt.
Stop. Just stop. Just. You don't need to give out more information than necessary.
Farin, I have never been able to account for you.
Mm.
And I understand how Lutheria could not expect you. And you hear this voice go, yeah, he was always one of the weirder. You see Vulcan walk out from like outside the temple. He goes, yeah, he was one of the harder ones. And honestly, I kept thinking that I was a strange one, and I had a bet with myself about which one of them would fall first, and honestly, I still can't agree if I lost or won that one. So, oh hey, catch! And as Callista comes out, he throws the healing staff to her.
Oh, yay! Thank you.
Yeah, working on it. I heard the news.
Y'all, my dumbass went, how did he know we got married so fast? It's a god.
He goes,
Wait, Vulcan, aren't you, needing to lay down a bit, and do stuff and,
Cray,
what?
he was talking.
You don't always make sense.
Yeah, neither are you supposed to be sometimes, Vulcan.
Yeah, listen.
Uh-huh.
That's done now.
Okay.
That's done now. I'm real proud of my daughters and my son and the rest of you. You all did a really good job. And Bulba goes, is he making... Bulba goes, he's being real sentimental right now. And Chandris goes, how long has he been lucid? And Vulcan goes, oh yeah, about that. I was lying to you. Listen, I'm not really good at speeches, so and he holds out his hand. He holds out his hand to shake it, but he like holds it out in front of like the four of you equally, like not for any one specific person. And he goes, "It wasn't all an
I'll
act.
just
Who
take
the
my
hell?"
finger if I
He
can.
picks you. He goes, "Thanks."
I'll just
How'd
go
the
over
bridal
and-
work, by the way? He says to Kiki.
It was perfect. It fits her perfect.
Good.
Thank
You got the
you.
sword too?
Yes. Everything. It's beautiful. It's perfect. And I'll just
The
go over and
harpy
give
is an
him a hug.
asshole. He goes,
Yeah.
yeah, he gives you a hug. I realize there's a chance we might end this session early, and you'll see why. Not like in the next 10 minutes. Not in the next 10 minutes, but... And he goes...
Okay, y'all, in that case, I just want to say I miss Vulcan so much. I'm so glad he's back. I have missed him so much. I'm glad he's back.
And that
And,
he's not an asshole anymore.
And Valis says, you did very well, Father. And he goes, you changed. She goes, yeah. He goes, well, you got over yourself. That's nice.
He's still an asshole.
It's not directed at me. I don't care.
what's gonna happen to Mitros after this? She goes, that's in their hands. He goes, he goes, oh hey, Kyra, and Kyra sort of is like walking out, and Kyra's just like glowing and crying at the he's like, hey, and he goes, oh did you two Quinta, Callista, and Kyra? Did you I guess I probably shouldn't say. Kyra goes, no, ew, no, we got married. Don't make it gross. And he goes, oh, okay, because I mean, I just saw you two go off somewhere, then you came back and you're all sweating. She goes, they're tears, Dad. And he goes, oh, well, congratulations. And Violet goes, really, married?
Yeah, do I call you Dad now?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. And Valis just goes, Valis will be fine. The
Love you,
sun's
Vali.
starting to...
Oh, Cal.
It's good to have you in the family, Callista. Sun is starting to set. Valis looks over in the distance and says, I didn't know what I expected at the end. But, well, wisdom is not to plan. Wisdom is not to plan by one's own biases or hopes, so I didn't know what to expect here. But this is lovely, all things considered. Kyra
Is
says,
Versi around? Because Versi is supposed to be there too, right?
Versi can be invited. She isn't required to be here. Would you like her to be here? I think we can have Versi here. I think Versi would be here too. Yeah. Versi would be here too. That is a hint. Versi is standing there watching as well, watching the sunset. And Kyra goes, it's kind of like how I drew it. It's nice. Vulcan goes, I didn't really think about it much, but it's okay. One by one, each of them, three of them, turns to look at the four of you. The others are here. Anybody you want from the ship and crew is here, as they would have gathered them. Valis says, there isn't much time, but thank you. I trust you. Vulcan goes, yeah, this is, I'm gonna fuck up any last words that I have, so I'll just stop talking. Kyra says, if there's anything you want to say.
Goodbye?
Okay. Goodbye.
No. Is this goodbye?
I can't tell you that, but if you're gonna say goodbye, then I'm gonna say goodbye.
No!
You're my wife. I have to support you. If you think this is goodbye, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm very supportive of your headcanons.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, how do we
Thank
know
you
when
for
it
being
happens?
with us from the beginning.
One more. Hold on, wait. Reed, you said, how do we know when this happens? And Cray, what did you say?
Thank you for being with us from the beginning, Kyra.
Thank you. Thank you for being an incredible story. And she looks at Reed and she looks at Cleon and she says,
Like,
"Oh,
who's Reed?"
you won't be able to miss it." She winks at you.
I'm gonna just elbow Kiki.
It's quiet again. What's up?
Oh, I'm just gonna elbow Kiki. It's your family.
Oh, why do I feel like I'm about to be abandoned again, except I'm aware of it this time?
Not so bad when you get to say goodbye.
The sun
I hope it's not goodbye forever.
sets and the oath begins to dissolve.
Kiki grabs Cleon's hand, holds on his hand.
I'll give it a little squeeze.
Kyra says to the four of you, "I love you." And to one of you, "I love you."
I love.
The sun has set on the oath. Did I do that right?
I want to check on maps.
Rita tried to do the thing, it didn't work. But it's okay.
I don't see anything to the
It
whisper.
didn't work on mine. It did a whisper, didn't work. Don't worry about it.
I'll do the thing. I'll do it manually.
We're putting a warning up because if you want to play Odyssey of the Dragonlords, the rest of this scene. But if you're here for a good show, you should definitely be. Magic dissolves. And as the magic dissolves, you see energy begin to well up and rise up in Vulcan and in Kyra and in Valis, brighter and brighter and brighter, until they almost appear beings of pure light. And then that light breaks apart, rises to the sky, bursts and scatters to the winds. And they're gone. They're gone. And there's silence in the absence of where there once was gods. And you hear some voices echoing through as Vulcan and Kyra and Valis' voices ring. And Kyra says, "I wasn't lying long ago when I said that this started with my mom being really good with board games and strategy games like chess. That was the truth." You hear Valis' voice and she says, "Our mother knew that there was no winning against the Titans in the war. They were too powerful for us." Vulcan goes, So my wife got a plan. And she was always the smart one, so she did what she was gonna do. And well, it's a complicated plan, but it involved a complicated bet and a complicated prize. I don't know. Kyra's voice says, "Well, I can tell it sometime." And Vala says, "This is not the time for that." Kyra says, "But I can now." And Vala says, "I know." You hear these voices echoing through. And Vala says, "But we knew that this wouldn't last forever. And we knew we couldn't be like this forever." You hear a thundering, booming, crashing sound of something great and terrible and powerful very nearby. Boom. And Vala says, "So we made an oath, a truce, that we were allowed to do what we could do to maintain the peace for 500 years. And after that, we'd have to give our powers back from where we stole them." Vulcan says, "Nothing good can last." Boom. Boom. You hear the rippling sounds of some crashing, booming thing. And Kyra goes, "So, since we were only borrowing them, technically we weren't actually gods? Don't be mad." Vala says, "But we can be our true selves now." And up above the Temple of the Five, you see a strange shadow of a figure at the top of the roof. And then another and another. As the three unfurl their great wings and let loose their draconic roar.
Holy shit.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Echoing through Mitros. A powerful cry, declaring and screaming the end of the era.
Callista, you're a fucking donkey.
As
5.
as the dragon sworn of Esther Archelander, Telemorch Archelander, and Risen Phobos, once again dragons released from their bond, celebrate their freedom in their true form for their first time in 500 years.
Jesus Christ.
They look down with faces bestial and alien, inscrutable, almost impossible to tell what they're thinking. Until Kyra says, "Down below, I left my scrolls. Will you bring them to me?" Thank you, my bride.
That's weird.
I very much wish to be united with my home.
Oh, Lord. Oh. That is so precious.
Does that mean we're hordlings? Or at least Callista is?
I'll point out to you that every single one of these gods has had a collection of something they're very proud of.
Yes, they have. Shit!
Phallus' dresses.
Oh my god,
Kyra's
yeah, the
stories.
dresses.
Vulcan had his army of things that he forged,
The
and
fucking
Pythor
war
had a
rooms.
wall. Yeah, and Pythor also had the wall of golden weapons he's won.
Oh.
That's right.
Every single one of them has been adjacent to their horde, and almost every of them been.
I did not see that coming
Fuck
at
me!
all.
Reed, did you have any idea?
Nope.
See, I thought they were going to turn against us.
Shush.
As it sinks
your
in
face.
for each of you, the unfortunate truth that if these are the Dragonsworn of the original Dragonlords, then Kyra's role in what happened becomes even clearer. She didn't give him a boost, she was the flame. That is the shame she has carried.
Jesus Christ.
Phallus says, "It may not seem much to you, but when the time comes, please, my regal luxuries have been stored within what remains of the palace. If you could keep them, I would be most grateful." She looks out, her neck craning over this, and says, "Freyarin, I gave you a box for your wedding. Would you open it, please?"
Yeah, I have it right here. I carry it around with
Do you
me.
remember this? Do you remember I gave you a little box that you didn't open at the time?
I sure
I don't know if we
did.
talked about that, but
I don't think we did. It was like something that was very quick.
if it was very quick, I think I mentioned that he handed you something.
Yes.
But if I didn't, then yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Do you really? Or am I?
No,
Did I
you
fuck
did.
up?
You did give me
Okay.
an actual like box, but I didn't know what to do with it. So I was like,
She goes, "Would you please open it?"
Is it a refrigerator? And I open it up.
You open it, and there are 4 silver rings that just glow and pulse. And she says, "These items are imbued with a magic that is benign and worthless. But the most worthless things have a value when used properly. Cleon and Kyra," Phallus says, "I believe you know that any magic item can be used in the Oath of the Dragonlords. The 3 of them bow their heads. Vulcan says, "It is as good a time as any to be bound to those that truly deserve it." Kyra says, "You see why I had you wait. But now that you know..." And she swoops up, flies, takes off in the air, and swoops above, doing a full victory lap, or maybe just a joy of spreading her wings. and goes to land in front of Callista. But as she does, as dragons are wont to do, she shifts into the guise of a human, looking like Kyra once more, but as you know, this time more an illusion than actually. And she takes your hands and says, "We submit to being your oath sworn. The three of us, we trust you. And we'll join you in battle if you want." It's okay if you say no. I guess I can find somebody else that's chosen. Pharisee, do you know somebody else that's chosen? I can't actually cast spells or do anything in this form now. It's just sort of...
What's Ismene gonna do?
She looks over at Ismene and goes, "Hey, you're looking strong." I wanted to talk to them so bad. I couldn't. I'm glad that we decided that Acostus and other people took most of them, but we had a few left. We wanted to make sure that they went to people that were good. I think we made a good choice. Plot twist. Bella says, "Really, Kyra, you have such an obsession, a fixation on these moments. Isn't it beneath you now at this point?" And she goes, "Well, now it's all that I have. I don't have any more magic or anything." She looks at Callista and says, "Everything that I was." She puts her hand on your chest. She goes, "That's in you now."
Oh my god.
So, Kiki, I didn't want you to make that wish and not understand what you were wishing for. I mean, we can use him. I mean, and she gestures up like at her family, the dragons up there, and she goes, "Anybody want to do one last story time?"
Of course.
And she goes, "Okay." And she does this gesture, and then she looks at her scrolls and she goes, "Right, can someone bring me my scrolls?"
I'll grab them.
Thanks, honey.
Oh my god, you're just crying. I love it.
She sits down, and she sort of sits crisscross, like she's telling a story back on the ship. And she goes, "So, the Dragonlords were doing what they could to win the war. And yeah, in retrospect, what we realized later was they weren't just trying to win the war, they were trying to kill a bunch. And when they were doing that, the people of Thylia started crying out for help, and that's when the Titans showed up. Well, we're strong, but we're not that strong. So when the Titans started fighting, they started winning. And Mom had a really good idea. Because Lutheria and Sidon both have really big egos about their intelligence. And so they started, and that they could do anything. So Bellametria Bali wagered the fate of one army in one of the royal games. But she had a plan. And see, dragons and titans, time's different for them. And the thing is, like Cleon knows, like I was trying to say to Cleon, is that anything can be bet in the royal game. So when she bet an army, it would be bound that that army would fall if she failed. Sidon couldn't resist the chance to kill people in the thousands by proving how smart he was. So he played the game. But she deliberately took forever. She would take a full 23 hours and 59 minutes to take each turn, because they were only allowed one day. And then she'd outplay him, and she would make moves meant to annoy him. And he got really frustrated and would start making bad moves. And she won the first one, which is the first time that Sidon had ever lost. Ever. So he got mad and challenged her to a rematch. For 2 armies. And she slowed down again. Well, Lutheria is really smart, so Lutheria figured out what's going on, but you can't interfere with the royal game once it started. Not even gods and titans can do that. It's very hard. It takes incredible strength and magic to do that. Sidon channeled all of his fury and anger into the dice every time that he rolled them and onto the pieces every time that he moved them, and he was still losing. And Lutheria didn't want her husband and her brother, also ill, to lose, so she started infusing them with magic, which is cheating. But that's what Balamitria was going for. She was trying to frustrate him and her into cheating. If you play 7 games, the tradition is that you don't go above 7, so the biggest bet you're going to make is going to be in the 7th game. So they got to the 7th one, and they bet each other's sides in the war. Whoever lost would lose everything. Lutheria enchanted the dice. Sidon moved them with his rage. And Balamitria made her play. Her real one. She stabbed herself, opened her chest, and her blood poured out onto the board. Her blood mixed with their essence, their magic, their strength. She had been luring them into putting that onto the board by outplaying them and by frustrating them. All of their willpower, all of their magic was now fused within her blood and her being that was spilled onto the table. She channeled it from there into us. She had gotten them to extract their magic from their body without even realizing it. She made us gods. And it cost her everything. They weren't happy about that. And they were furious, but Balamitria was smart. And since it had taken them days and days and days, well, you know what you're like without a lot of sleep. Us gods were able to force them into a truce. For 500 years, we got to keep these powers and try and maintain the peace on Thylia. And for 500 years, they weren't allowed to say that we aren't actually gods. We all had to keep up the pretense that we had reached a truce, honestly and fairly. I don't know what the moral of this story is, I think that's kind of up to you four. People think that the dragons fell in battle, and the way that we tell the story is that the gods descended to help. I mean, no one really ever questions the fact that we only referenced ourselves as being 500 years old, and nobody talks about what the gods were doing before that. I think if you're a good enough narrator, you could just skip that part. But, I guess from one angle, we dedicated our lives to helping all of you. But from another angle, she looks at Cleon. It's all been a lie. If I know Valley, she wants you to open the palace doors once you know the truth. I won't spoil her reveal, but I know this has bugged her for a while. I guess that's my last story time, so thanks for attending. I look forward to the stories you're going to tell.
Callista's just shell-shocked.
Hey, y'all, remember when I found out I made out with a god?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you didn't do
Michael,
that
that is
anymore.
correct.
I'm not a demigod.
Oh my god! Are you
I'm
a
a
dragonborn?
Demi-dragon? What? I'm even more confused about who I am now.
She goes,
Well,
yeah, you're telling me. She goes,
I guess you better bring Pythor back so he can explain.
she goes, I mean, obviously there were other dragons too. Some of them fell in battle. Some of them went off. Don't even get me started on Narcissus, but we were the 5 that stuck and helped. So Hexia was mad that we gave up our dragon forms.
Yeah.
She saw that as a betrayal. This was just really important to us to watch out for you guys.
I suppose it explains something about the relative positioning.
I'm sorry, I cut off the rail. What?
Oh,
Positioning.
oh my.
Yeah. I was thinking about how that must look to you. And then I really thought how that must look to you. And then I sketched how that must look to you. And then I hid those sketches. I can't destroy art, but I'm never showing it to anyone.
So, the guy who's at the necropolis that kind of watches over everything,
Damon.
Damon,
he knew you.
yeah. He was a Dragonlord. His dragon fell in battle. And he studied magics that can prolong your life. Not really in like the evil lichy way, because you can see he barely does anything. But he just promised to keep our secrets. You guys have any other questions? I can answer them now.
Have you kept a scroll of all the damn questions we've asked you over the past time? Because I don't remember what we had.
With the power of the gods disappeared, where has it gone?
Maybe back to the Titans, but if they're not here, I don't know.
Their
I mean, it's
children?
supposed to be returned to them.
So what happens with what was given to Callista?
That's inside of her now.
Was Kentamine a part of the deal?
You might still be mad about some things. So
All the magic has gone to Kentamine. We're in fucking trouble.
Well, Chelsea.
yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
Well,
we
Last
still
thing
we
need.
still have one-on-one on our side, right? Talis, maybe?
Maybe. How many siblings does Chelsea have?
yes.
What?
I mean, I don't know all of them. They're just everybody that Sidon wanted to make his disciples, really. I mean, they're kind of the people that he wanted to be gods.
Euphemian?
Maybe.
he's
No, Euphemian,
dead.
Euphemian, he wanted to be a soldier.
Oh, okay.
I just mean that we were the
Like, so
people
is
that
he
got to
part
be.
Titan?
I just mean that we were the people that got to be gods, but he didn't want, and then there was some that he wanted to be gods, and that was in process.
No wonder Chelsea hates you.
She blows up her hair.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. This is totally not the important part right now, but I gotta inside check Chandra's right now.
Chandris is just sitting here shaking and trying to stay composed because this is a lot. I think he's also pretty pissed.
Yeah, fuck.
You think?
Yeah, I think going to dropping away from Lutheria's side all that time to finding out that she was batshit insane, and this has been talking. She was batshit insane and unhinged, but the snowball of her madness was wrapped around a very kernel of legitimate anger. I want to just point out as sort of a vanity moment the clues I've been dropping about this, including her saying good at chess, her mom being good at chess, and that's how it started. Kyra getting real emotional anytime she saw dragons. When you guys started to cut down Lutheria,
Mm-hmm.
she turned to Kyra and she said, "Is this your plan? Are you doing it again?"
Yep.
Allie, I told you a while ago that I had a little something I did for the clues I dropped. It's not consistent, so it's not going to be for all of them. But pretty much any time someone said something that would be fun to look at after this reveal, I would just mutter, "Oh, clip this moment." So if you want to go through and see if you can find some of those. Does anybody else have anything they want to say to Kyra right now? Callista, do you have anything you want to say to your wife, your dragon wife?
I mean, I think Callista is like laughing, like has collapsed to the floor yet again, and is just laughing.
She goes, "Oh, that's good. That's a good reaction, right? Is this okay?"
Chandros, can you just fucking punch me right now?
He goes, "Well, it's not you that I want to punch, but if you want me to, I will."
I just need fucking something right now.
Conscious is gonna walk over and just sock Kyra in the face, but
Not Kyra, me.
sorry, Krayrin in the face. But
Too
as
many
powerful
K
as he
words.
Y'all should see my list of names. It's fun.
as he punches Krayrin, he does like one bludgeoning damage, I think. Like he's a Twinkie boy. He punches you, and goes, "Did that help at all?"
No, but it was a start.
And he turns to Kyra and says, "So she was right this whole time." Kyra goes, "Well, I mean, not morally." And Chandra goes, "You know what I mean." Chandra, and he goes, "You let me go through all of that, knowing that today I would discover that it was a lie." She's a she was a bad person. He goes, "Yes, she was, and she deserved to die. And I deserved the truth." And he's just gonna step away. Is there anything anybody else wants to say? Kiana?
I have no fucking clue.
Kyra goes, "Did you still want to make that wish? You don't have to. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't."
I'll look at the other party members here. Do we want to bring back a fourth dragon?
I think you have to even more now.
Kyra says, "We are sworn to be at your..." I can't do the deep voice when I'm form. I can't do it. Valis says, "We are not leaving. We are just not... we are not leaving. We are just not suitable to be gods or rulers now."
Now.
What is Acostus up to?
He did go into hiding, and I cannot find him.
Well, where's his dragon? Icarus wouldn't leave his horde.
The things he has done to my child.
To what?
Valis says, "To my child."
Whoa, what?
So, for reference, what color dragons are each of them?
Oh, right. I was going to write that down.
Fuck yeah.
They are all... well, I'll double check what colors they are. The book marks them all as bronze dragons, but I might mix it up a little bit. But I also think that different family lines can happen through different parentages and such like that.
You know, genetics, Punnett squares, all that shit. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, I have a headache.
Leon, do you have any
again. I have to
thoughts?
pee.
Leon, do you have any thoughts?
I'm mostly just taking it in. This is a lot of reconfiguration required.
Mm-hmm.
And on the one hand, I want to be here with my friends and be supportive. And on the other hand, I want to go take Chandras to the local bar and get sloshed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Cray would probably be feeling the same thing. Be like, we need to get Chandra's laid or something. And Like, I think Cray would have thought
We need to process.
that too, but he's been betrayed a lot over his lifetime. So he thought the absolute worst. It wasn't as bad as he thought. I mean, it's bad, but it's not as bad as he thought. So he's kind of relieved, but also mad as shit. I need a fucking drink. I need to
Yeah.
I need to go. I need to find Chandras and I need to fucking go. Can I? We have half a
Chandra
day.
goes right behind you. Come on, Cray.
Who?
Chandra says right behind you.
Oh.
Let's go, Cray.
And then I'm just gonna say, Cray,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you a platinum.
Yeah. Thanks.
Buy a couple on me.
I'll make
Okay.
sure the boy doesn't want for drink tonight.
Well,
These are walking. Cray,
yeah.
Are you going
the
with the
clouds look
Cleon?
different tonight.
Hmm.
The clouds look different tonight. In the distance, something is different. Something is strange. And with the thaumaturgy, you hear a voice that says, "Hey, so the best thing about a good lie is that it's really, really small, and people don't even wonder if it's true. You know? You know what I mean. Let me give you an example. Like, if I tell you that I wore my blue dress to the store and they gave me free bread for life, you never really, you'd wonder, did I really get bread? Did I really go to the store? But you never wonder if I was wearing a blue. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you know what I mean. So when I said see you in 3 days, and you hear a booming, cracking, shuddering sound. And I guess some people think that I'm immature. Maybe I'm not ready to be a god. I guess that might be true. Because if we're being honest, can you keep a secret just between me and every other citizen in Mitros? She booms from somewhere in the city. I told on you. There is a boom and a crack in the distance as your three dragons, look. And Kyra says, if we're going to do the bonding ceremony, we need to do it now. I'm yours if you'll have me. Valis lowers her head to look at the three of you below, saying nothing but an obvious deference to any that would bond with her, Vulcan as well. Your dragons are ready, Dragonlords. And if you wish, it is time to ride them into the final battle. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna eat my whole fucking hand.
Oh.
I'm gonna pee myself.
So how are you?
Bloody hell.
Do you see why I told some people they
Okay.
might not want to be here for this session?
Yeah, big time.
There might be a spoiler or two involved. Yeah.
I think we need to put a big, huge spoiler alert on this when we put it out. Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fatima,
maybe
if you
put
happen
in
to go
a.
through and make any clips about this, make sure that you put spoilers in the title, please.
Oh, big spoilers. Holy mother of God.
So honestly, did none of you guess that?
No.
I think I
We-
Well,
guessed that they stole the Titan's powers, but
yes,
you and
we
Reed did,
did.
and I was freaking out about that.
Yeah, and I figured it might have something to do with a ritual where it might have been like they were the Dragonlords reborn, having
Mm-hmm.
like sacrificed their dragons to steal the
Mm-hmm.
Titan's power or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You guys were really, really close to the Titans being mad that their powers were stolen. And I kind of stopped giving clues at that point because I was like, if they solve it one day before the reveal, I'm going to off a cliff. So I just like, once you guys started spitting theories about them, I just stopped giving clues for a little while.
See, and I thought that they were like some sort of, I don't know, not malignant. That would not be a good word for it. But I just thought that they were like not great people, maybe, that had stolen the powers from the Titans.
No,
And
the actual timeline is that Kyra was the Dragon Lord, the Oathsworn of Esther, and
Mhm.
as a dragon, she was forced to do all that stuff, but she
I'm
also
s-
never really questioned or minded.
Mhm.
I'm s-
And then she, what's up?
I'm sorry.
Yes, you're about to say what I think you're going to say. Go ahead.
Fuck, it's not even recorded because we lost that fucking episode. But over the goddamn
Yep,
murals,
yep. The
I'm
murals
I'm,
of the necropolis flat out say,
I'm about to lose my
Oath
fucking
Sworn of
mind.
Kyra, Oath Sworn of Valis. They
Yeah,
all
I just
said
thought that
that.
was like pledging themselves to the fucking gods.
That's also why
Yeah.
I didn't use the. That's also why I avoided using the phrase "oath sworn" to describe dragons for about 50 episodes after that because I wanted to put a lot of But yes, the answers was written on that directly.
Okay,
So
so the part we haven't got talked about in canon is that she didn't mind.
Well, I mean, she was a dragon, and this was her dragon lord. She was riding into glorious battle, but then she realized over time how fucked up it was, and she realized during the battle, wait, this is not us heroically doing something. I'm not some mighty dragon heroically saving the nation. I'm someone's pet burning a bunch of people. And she made that connection, and they're right. A bunch of the dragons fucked off. Narcissus is a character that fucked off. Hexia, I don't think she's part of it, but there are a few dragons that weren't in. These were the 5 that were part of basically the sting operation to steal to become better people, to literally become in every sense of the people. So she repented during the battle.
does the times that Esther in the boat talking to Kyra,
Mm-hmm.
did he know
Yeah, he figured it out.
exactly who she was?
Yeah, he figured it out really fucking quickly. He wasn't there for any of that, but once you guys got on the boat and he started spying, he figured it out really fucking fast. But he also the oath trumps people from being able to say anything. So he figured out, yeah,
Can mm,
yeah.
mm. So you can't break. Can you break an oath bond, soul bond, whatever the fuck thing between a
You,
dragon and their lord?
I let me double check. The answer is yes, but there's like some asterisks. Let me double check.
Can you like double dip with multiple dragons?
Well, I mean,
Multiple
Kyra did with
lords,
both
Kyra?
Callista. Um,
Fuck off!
um,
Hey, you put yourself in that situation, my love.
so
Best reaction fucking ever. She's not even on the chair anymore. She's she's under a
essentially,
blanket. Oh
if
my
an
god.
oath sworn, if the rider dies, then the dragon will often live a life of solitude because the oath will be broken. Dragons and their dragon sworn can also separate the bond through basically, for lack of a better phrase, an incredible amount of will that comes from like how do I put this? Not from like a bad breakup, but from like deep in my soul, I rend my heart kind of thing. Like a legendary amount of willpower needed to break the oath from either basically firing the other one, not in a way that takes will and is traumatic and not to be done lightly. But I think Esther sort of died. Somewhere between those two, Kyra left Esther. She's not his dragon Oathsworn anymore. None of them have Oathsworn anymore.
Can't abandon your babies.
Two of the, I believe Vulcan's and I don't have the notes right here. Vulcan and Valis's just died of old age, and Esther was fucking fired. Yeah. Valis's Dragonlord died peacefully a very long time later in the city of Astoria. And Vulcan's looking at my notes. Oh no, that's Vulcan's that did that. Valis's died in the last real fight against Sidon.
Okay, but like to come back to what Tammy said, like
Yes,
if,
dear.
Fuck you. If
Fuck me, you're the one that's banging dragons.
I'm gonna kill you. If Cleon
And
I'll
Minotaurs.
ask you later.
Godslayer.
I'll ask you
Godslayer.
later.
Dragon Layer. Please go on.
I'll ask you. I can't. If Cleon and Callista bond to them, what happens to Arcades and Ismene?
I don't know, but I don't think that dragons are. I don't think the Oathsworn is 1-to-1.
Okay.
In
You
my
heard
mind,
it
the
all
book.
here first, folks. Dragons aren't monogamous.
Well,
You're my battle dragon, and you're my fun grow up with you, and I'll raise you dragon. I'll do it right with you.
So, if I'm just,
Oh my
I'm
God.
just laughing at my.
Allie's hyperventilating. Allie sometimes made. Thought about you clip this. Allie's complete breakdown.
Was Pythor hiding sporting spouses a little bit? Just a little bit, right? Just
Pythor what? Pythor what?
hoarding spouses, just a little bit. just a little bit. Like,
I mean,
but like just a little.
What do you mean hoarding spouses?
Like a
I
dragon.
mean,
Like
he
if-
doesn't hoard.
No, those were his golden weapons.
He
Okay.
only had
Yeah.
one at a time.
All right. But like all of them had kids, right?
No, he was hoarding X's.
Wait, what do you mean hoarding dragons? I don't follow what you guys are referring to.
What is he, Ramona?
I don't know what you guys are referring to, though, hoarding
Oh,
dragons.
you were talking about someone said dragons aren't monogamous, and then I was thinking about
Oh, the
Pythor.
hoard! The hoard, yeah. No, he wasn't hoarding wives. No, he was hoarding wives. That would have been funny. I should have done
Fucking
that.
dragons.
hoarding horn. Or hoarding horrors. No, that doesn't work.
Okay.
I love
Allie telling her partner.
Bewitching, hoarding dragons. Yep.
Yeah, all four of them have been
Oh,
next to
there's a
them.
chat, y'all.
Yeah.
All four of them have been next to their hordes in most of the scenes. I was really proud of that. I forgot my lines because I've been practicing this for months, obviously. But the last thing they were supposed to say before they transfer back was this original like script in my head was when they were changing back. Kyra was going to go and grab her bag and hand it to Kyra and just go hold on to my hoard and then just like and give you guys like a moment of wait, what did I say? Was kind of what I had in mind. But then I like this reveal a lot better. Once you guys decided the temple, I'm like, oh, they're going to emerge from the roofs. Yeah, you gave Gaia shit because he let his dreams be dreams. You did it.
There's a difference. I'm not gonna fuck Ismene. She's a baby.
Well, look who's suddenly too good for half the Twilight storyline.
Most people, quite
God.
honestly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
All right. So basically, the
Poor Cal's just ruined over this.
the whole pacing of the final encounter is presumed that you guys find out that they're dragons right as you're rolling for initiative.
Oh,
So when you guys started when you killed Sidon and she had the reveal, I had in my mind that she was the days for a while. That was always the intention, was that she was lying about how many days it was.
please tell me
but-
we'll at least get one night's sleep in, because I don't want to go into the final fight exhausted.
Oh, I should have
You
taken
won't.
Greater Restoration. What's wrong with me?
You won't go into the final fight exhausted. You will have dragon allies, and you will have the fight of your life.
Where's the little frog guys and Amazonians? 2 days
They're
away.
They'll arrive
should bring
after
them
the
in.
party.
I should bring them in. I know what I'm going to do with that.
Wow.
You have the ceremony spell. Fatima's right. Kara, you have the Callista, you have the ceremony spell.
Yeah, I'm about to cast Oath of the Dragonlords like 4 times, right? So.
Well, there's only 3 dragons at the moment.
Oh, okay. Well,
I haven't officially said, because we've ended the session, so I haven't said that I'm bringing Pythor back. But
Okay. Well,
You
I've
think
got.
you're going to?
No,
I
if you got a
think
lot
we
to
will
talk about.
definitely. I think
Talk
we'll
about it.
definitely, but we will talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can cast it. I can cast it enough times. By the way,
I don't know if I want to ride my daddy into
Oh.
battle.
My.
maybe someone else swears Pythor.
I was actually thinking about that for a while. I was like, who's going to ride who? And then I'm like, well, Callista's obviously going to be paired with Kyra. And then I was like, well, who's Cleon going to go with? And I was like, well, Cleon doesn't really have a story. Kind of has one with Valis, but it wouldn't really way. And I was like, well, crap. I was going over my head visually, because for months I've been thinking about who you guys are going to ride into battle. And then Cleon fucking killed Pythor. I'm like, well, that solves that, Gordian knot.
No, they need to make up. They need to talk it out.
Now swear your souls to one another quickly.
I have been
I've got a
sitting on
dragon.
this.
It's true. Can you ride him?
I'll just polymorph.
So they can all
Polymorph it?
turn into
Like yourself into a tiny little thing that can ride your tiny little dragon.
So also that's why they were getting a little more liberal with.
Yeah.
You cut out.
It was,
You cut out,
I said that's why they're getting more liberal with their miracles by the end.
Mm-hmm.
If you got them, kind of thing. I want to talk about this forever. There's so many things I want to get to say now.
You've been holding on to that for months.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
For 2 years. Ben.
only May 10th, 2021.
Oh my God, guys.
More than 2 years.
Wow.
2.5.
All right, I guess we should call it.
You said May 5th?
10th.
May 10th. We are 10 days shy of exactly 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So, anybody else have anything to say?
What a
Hey,
ride.
roll for bull, y'all. Jesus.
We got bold.
I got a plot twist off of you guys.
Oh my God.
You have a good night. Join us next week for the first episode in the final act of How to Train Your Dragon.
Everyone, hope you enjoyed
Night,
it.
everybody.
Good night. Love you all.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.